Hey, what is up, guys? I just wanted to give you some quick items that you can flip quickly over the weekend for some quick cash. But I also wanted to show you some of the items that I picked up when we were out garage selling just this past weekend. And I found some good video games. I actually found several of these 3DS games, and I picked these up at a garage sale. They were $2 each, and I know Fred Meyer I don't know if you've heard of Fred Meyer. They're on the West Coast, but Fred Meyer, they're part of Kroger Foods, I believe. They had a bunch of video games on clearance recently because they are completely getting rid of their electronics department in a few of their different stores. And so somebody must have picked up a lot of their video games and then decided they didn't want them. So they were selling these for $2 each at the garage sale. They're new, sealed. I mean, still have the tags on them. So I'll have to remove the tags, but I can send them into, this one's pre-owned, but this one here, this Marvel Superheroes. I think this will bring in about $10. It was $2 sealed. This one was 12, I believe, sealed. And then this Frogger game for 3DS, this was going to bring in around 15, I believe. And this one's pre-owned, but even used, it'll bring in about $15. So $2 for those. I also picked up some other video games as well. I had some good finds there. And I mentioned it before, PC games. Anytime you see PC games that are in the box, not somebody's binder full of discs, but actual PC games, I'm going to check them out and scan them. This one will bring in, I think, 12 to 15, and I paid $1 for it. So and a lot of times like this, they'll come with the manual disc, case in decent condition. So I found some good video game finds. Now, if you have not found Wilton cake pans or looked into them, you might want to. I recently picked up not five of this one, but actually no, sorry, four pans for $5. I picked them up off Craigslist, and especially on these older ones, the character pans that are from the 70s and 80s, you can usually find them for $1 to $4. This one, I think this one was going to be, I'm about to drop my phone. This one is going to be about $15 to $20, I believe. Strawberry shortcake, but especially like if it's something like a flower or something that's not going to do as good. But if it's like a character, especially something that's discontinued that they don't make anymore, they can really bring in some good money. So always look those up. They are usually a slower mover, but there's some good profit in Wilton cake pans. Now, the item I was going to tell you about that you can flip during the weekend for some quick profits without paying any PayPal fees, any eBay fees, any FBA fees. And my wife actually did this. She actually made more money than I did going out garage sailing. Is the larger, like Little Tikes play structures for kids. And they're not too large. I mean, it's usually like one platform, maybe one tiny slide, and a couple walls or something, or little plastic house for somebody to play in. I know Little Tikes makes it. I think Safety First makes a couple. They're not very big. They're maybe 3 feet high, and maybe 3.5 feet high. They're not that big. They usually have the thick plastic sides like this, and the platform is thick plastic like this. They do take up a lot of room, but you can find them at garage sales for like 10 to 15 bucks, sometimes 20, and sell them on Craigslist, garage sale, the Facebook Marketplace. And you can flip them. Now these are at least in our area, and a lot of areas, they're in high demand because these things, even though they don't look that complicated, they cost like $200, $250. And so people with kids, they will buy these all day long, and they'll buy them quickly. So my wife, she picked up 2 of these play structures when we were out garage sailing, paid $20 total, $10 each. She came home, posted them on Facebook, garage sale, Craigslist, and she had buyers that same day, and she made about $100 off her $20 purchase that same day. There was no shipping involved, there's no fees involved. It was just a straight flip. There's no return. Somebody's not going to get it home and be like, you know what, my kids don't really like it, I'm returning it. No, it's just straight cash, and it was the easiest flip ever. And then she picked up some other items, kid items that are like baby items that are larger, such as like diaper genies. You might think gross, I don't want to use a used diaper genie, but they're for the most part clean. If there's something that's gross and has like been used, I'm not touching that. But if it's clean and they've been using the bags properly, people will buy those all day long on Craigslist and garage sale. And my wife picked one up for $5. It was a Tommy Tippy brand, which if you have kids, you probably would have heard of that brand. picked it up for $5, sold it for $25, and I believe it was the same day as well. So these items, these kid items, these baby items, a lot of people just, they overlook these, and they do take up more room, but you know, you can post them on local groups and you could flip them for quick cash, and they flip very quickly, very easily, and you can make a lot of profit very quickly. So don't overlook those big, larger items that you won't be able to ship. You know, start thinking about flipping locally. There's a lot of profit to be made there. And like I said, my wife actually did better than I did this weekend, just by going after the bigger items that she could flip locally that she wouldn't have to ship. So anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.